Welcome to another episode of Success on the Set. This time we're right here in the IBA Success headquarters. Join me as I interview Guys with Ties, an amazing group that does a lot to impact the community. Welcome to another episode of Success on the Set. I am joined today by an awesome group, Guys with Ties. They're going to tell us so much about what's going on now and what's heading in the future. I have next to me Jeremy. He's our president of Guys with Ties. Tell me a little bit about your organization.
Okay. So Guys with Ties is a nonprofit here in Central Florida. We were started in 2005 by about 8 guys, some doctors, lawyers, some corporate executives. They wanted a way to give back to the community. So they started throwing events and parties with benefiting charities of Central Florida. And so to date, I believe we've raised about $550,000.
Wow.
We've spent about $150,000 in volunteer hours into the community. And we've worked with, what would you say, around about 50 charities or so at this point?
Oh, yeah, definitely benefited in some way.
So we've worked with about 50 plus charities around town, most of which you've already heard of. And our goal here is, our common link, because we all do something different, is to give back. You know, we have a passion for giving back to the community. So that's why we're here.
So Ryan, you are the vice president. What's your role and what are you working on exciting?
So as the vice president, I obviously want to help out as much as I can with all the board positions, supporting the president. But what I'm focusing on right now is one of the signature events. Jeremy mentioned that we're continuing a lot of the successes from the very beginning, and we will be heading into our 12th annual signature event, which is the White Party. So we've done 12 White Parties. This will be our 12th. We are choosing the charity Down Syndrome Association of Central Florida this year to be the beneficiary of the event. They are a great group that works with those affected and have Down syndrome in the Central Florida community. And the funds raised will go to support the dozens of different programs and initiatives that they actually have.
So Dr. Roland, you are the director of New Markets. What are you bringing to the table with Guys with Ties as far as getting into different areas?
Well, Guys with Ties has a fantastic brand. And one of the reasons I joined the organization was because I loved the fact that I could be associated with one organization that impacted so many different causes, because I love so many different things and want to participate, but it's hard for me to do so in a meaningful way. So because of the model, the very unique model that Guys with Ties has in the Central Florida area, we really wanted to package that in a Guys with Ties in a box, so that we can duplicate that in other markets around the country. And so what I focus on is creating that program that we can roll out in any city for people who are interested in hosting and starting a chapter and an organization there in their local cities.
That is amazing. So the guys joke with you a lot about you having the perfect hair in the group.
There's only a few of us that have hair.
Right, Pernell?
The competition is there.
So Pernell, you are the director of Ambassador Program, and you're also a board member. Yes. So you have no hair. As one of the newest members of Guys with Ties, you know, what was it that made you say, this is it for me? I must be a part of your organization.
Well, definitely what got me to want to be involved more is that seeing the impact that Guys with Ties made. I love their overall mission to help those smaller nonprofits in the community who are doing great work, who just need additional hands and funding. So to be a part of something with that type of mission was just something that I had to jump on. And when that opportunity came about, I was like, hey, I'm here. Whatever you need from me, I would love to be a part of the board, and whatever else you guys need for me to do. As you know, like I say, Guys with Ties has been around for 12 years. You know, so obviously this is something that's been sustainable. When I look for programs, I look at the EESS model, you know, effective, efficient, sustainable, and scalable, which is all the things Guys with Ties can do with what we're trying to do in the community.
Nick, you are the Director of Community Engagement.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit about what your role is and what do you do with Guys with Ties?
Well, I'm super excited about what I get to do because I get to bring an element that hasn't existed prior to this. Really, it was an idea I think spawned more off of Ryan and Jeremy, and I think even Roy had a little bit to do with it. But they offered me the position to be the Director of Community Engagement, and with that, we're creating an annual corporate sponsorship package where companies and individuals that are making donations anyway can make one donations but get exposure to many different charities and events throughout the year.
Perfect. Roy, you are the secretary and also a board member. You have the most important role because secretaries, I know, just being in my industry, we're the heads, we're the ones that kind of keep everything pulled together. Would you say that is something that you really push with all of these guys?
Sure. So being the secretary of Guys with Ties, it does allow me to hone my personal and professional skills, which is staying level-headed. As you can see, we do have a lot of board. So I'm the one that tends to be the lightning rod that says, okay, everybody, let's pull it back in and continue forward with what we're talking about or discussing in meetings or deciding what events and just general direction of where to go.
Where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's just amazing. I love the fact that all of you bring something very different to the table. Be sure to check out our next issue where you will get to see more of each board member, what they do, and how importantly you can join and help their mission. It's been great, guys. Once again, I'm signing off with IBA Success on the Set.